Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the video, thank you for everyone liking my videos, and today we're going to be talking about the things I like and dislike in my review on the 2023 Gsxr 750. Other than this, let's get right into the video.
Pray to God when I wake up because I know I'm blessed. Stay with my brothers cause it ain't too many real ones left. And this life get wild, they'll try to take you.
The first thing I'm going to talk about, of course, is how it looks. The 2023s, I know from year 2018 and up, they're all pretty much the same. The only difference is just the design of the fairings and the color. That's practically everything that's the same. Everything else is completely the same. But the design and the choice I chose, this was the right choice. So let's get right into the one major thing, how comfortable it is. Now we all know the Ninja 300, when I had the 300, was really comfortable, but I have to say, after riding this thing for 2 to 3 weeks, when I first started on it from the 300, my back and everything was hurting, but after that it started becoming more comfortable and a little more comfortable than the 300. I feel like this is a couch versus a lot of sport bikes, because I was able to finally ride an R6 and a 636, and compared to those bikes and this bike, I honestly think long term this bike is more comfortable. Second thing, let's talk about weight. Now I had to get used to the weight because the Ninja 300 is lighter. Of course it's lighter and you're gonna feel a little more heaviness. I had to get used to the weight. I had to get used to it because it took a while. I was so used to being able to, like, you know, hurry up and lean and on a 300 and do crazy stuff, but on this bike I wasn't able to. I actually kind of got used to the weight, and sometimes I still don't get used to the weight, but I will say one thing: the weight 100% helps in the wind. We all know that I have numerous videos on the Ninja 300 complaining about the wind, how I'm riding, a whole bunch of wind could come and I hurry up and slide like I'm about to fall, but I'm not falling. So this bike, I was able to finally experience it in the wind when it was raining. So it was really raining. I got caught in the rain after work and it was a lot of wind, and I would say that this bike did really good. I only noticed a little bit of wind, but that's a little bit of wind push, but that's about it. Other than that, let's get into the next one. So let's talk about actually a con. I think the only dislike I have on this video I'm gonna have is there is no gas gauge. Yes, that's right, there is no gas gauge. I did not know that Suzuki's don't really have gas gauges. It's so hard coming from a bike that has a gas gauge. You get so spoiled. Then when you go on a bike that has no gas gauge, it was so difficult. It's so hard. Every time I went to go on a group ride, I'll be so excited. I'll forget to literally check my gas. And by that time, I'm like, oh crap, I need gas. The only thing we get is a gas light. We get one where it flashes. When it starts flashing, I think you only have 20 to 30 miles left. And then when it's solid yellow, I believe you only have like 10 miles. I think I've only gotten solid yellow one time because I was in an area where there was no gas station, and I was just like, bro, my gas. So I just got to focus on checking the gas just a little more better. And then I think other than that, the bike will be perfect. Now another thing I would say is the dash. I actually love the dash. I know a lot of people was upset because it has no digital dash. I know the 1000 does, but this one I'm fine with the dash. I was mainly excited that it has a gear indicator, because the 300 I had to put a gear indicator on, and that was just another thing I did not like about the 300. But I'm really glad that this one had a gear indicator. Like I said, that's the only thing I really don't like, is the gas gauge. Now let's talk about the review. Now, am I happy with the choice that I chose this bike from the Ninja 300, or do I wish I would have started with a 600 or went straight to a 1000? Now, I'm actually happy with this choice. I haven't really went full on this bike. I think I've only gotten it to, I think 140 is the max I've ever gotten it to. But I know at a time I was thinking about getting a 1000, but at the time I was just like, I didn't want to make a full jump from the 300, even though the 1000 has different driving modes. It could have helped. But then at the same time, I also wanted the R6 or the 636, but I couldn't find a 636 or an R6, and when I found it, it was so overly priced. It was just ridiculous. I was just like, nah. And then that's when I found a 750, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just do the 750. I test rode it and everything, and it was beautiful. I think like the riding experience on the 750 was just so comfortable. So yes, I am happy with my choice. Now, no, the bike won't always look like this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep everything the same, but the exhaust, I might get like an M4 exhaust. Definitely want a fender eliminator, and the only other thing I've gotten was this. But other than that, maybe a side tank pads. I'm not for sure, but who knows in the future. Also, another thing about it is the how I would just say the price. Maybe the price was pretty cheap from what I understand. From the 2018 all the way up to the 23 of the 750, all the price is the same. You're only technically paying for the look and the design of the bike, because the 2018 all the way to 2023 have different colors, different designs, and that's really all you're paying for. It's just a design. Unless you just want a solid color, then it doesn't really matter. Other than that, you guys, I think this is pretty much it. Actually, no, one more thing is, can I daily this bike? So the Ninja 300 really was my daily to work, and I would say I drive 80 miles a day, 40 miles there, 40 miles back. So the 300 was a good daily. The one thing I loved about the 300, it was good on gas. I will almost be able to ride a whole week before I had to fill up. On this bike, it's a little different. If I filled it up on Monday, I probably won't have to fill up again until maybe Wednesday, Thursday-ish, kind of, because you know you're gonna want to have fun. Sometimes you're late to work and you floor it, it runs out of gas. And plus, I think this bike only has like 4.5 gallon tank, so you don't really get that much compared to the Ninja 300. But other than that, you guys, this is pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I really do like everything about this bike, and I hope whoever gets the 750 or watches my videos that has a 300, a 250, or a 400 will also experience it also. But whatever you guys get, just make sure you guys stay safe, because you know how it is with bikes. A lot of people don't pay attention. I think I've been hit in the last week. I was hit almost like 3 to 4 times. So just make sure you guys are staying prepared and be safe. Other than this, you guys, have a blessed day and take care.
Pray to God when I wake up, because I know I'm blessed. Stay with my brothers, cause it ain't too many real ones left. And this life get wild, they'll try to take you next.